Students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing very well in this pandemic time and आप लोग की पढ़ाई बहुत अच्छी चल रही होगी. Welcome to my YouTube channel Pacific Chemistry Classes. Me Mahima Laheria. Today I am going to explain you the difference between the orbit and the orbitals. Students, last video you have already studied the postulates of the Bose model of an atom. What is the Bose atomic model? An atom consists of a small, heavy, positively charged nucleus in the center and the electrons revolve around in the circular orbit. तो हमने जब Bose atomic model पढ़ा था तो हमने बात करी थी ना what the orbits, what are the orbits? This is the circular path where the electron moves around the nucleus. And what is the nucleus? Inside this is the positively charged nucleus in the center of the atom, which is made up of our neutron and proton, and the electrons revolves around the circular path. And we can just say that there can be many orbits around the nucleus where the electrons can move according to the energy. So these orbits can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have also denoted them as K, L, M, N, O, and so far. So here today I am going to explain you what is the main difference between the orbit and the orbitals. So I hope orbit is very clear to you. It is the path on which the electron moves. लेकिन when the terms orbitals come, तो स्टूडेंट्स में थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन हो जाता है. व्हाट इज ऑर्बिटल? सो ऑर्बिट इज द पाथ. एंड हाँ, अगर हम सिंपल वर्ड्स में बोलेंगे तो ऑर्बिटल इज द होम ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन. मींस इलेक्ट्रॉन कहाँ पर रहता है? ऑर्बिटल में रहता है. तो हम एक सिंपल एग्जांपल लेंगे एक फैन का. एंड इन दिस फैन, सपोज दिस फैन इज ऑफ एंड अ बर्ड स्टिकर इज प्लेस्ड ऑन द ब्लेड नंबर 1, है ना. सो व्हेन आवर electricity current is off, so can you say where is the bird sitting here? It is easily visible. The bird is sitting on the blade number 1. But if suppose we have switched on the fan, तो क्या होगा हमारा? जब फैन हमारा मूव करेगा, जब हमारा फैन ऑन होगा, तो the fan will move on. And now can you say me where is the bird? When these blades will move, can you say where is the bird? No, but you can just say that the bird can be found in the region of this red circle. The probability of finding that bird in the region is maximum in this red area. Means ये जो हमारा पूरा region है, यहाँ पर bird सबसे ज्यादा probability है कि bird का sticker होगा. Means clear हो गया? When the fan is off, we can easily tell where the bird is. But when the fan is switched on, we can not identify on which blade the bird is sitting. So we can just say the probability. हम केवल क्या बोलेंगे? We can say that the probability of finding that bird is maximum in this red circular area. So students, the electron is very highly moving particle. So similarly, when we are talking about the electron motion, it's always in motion. It's not stuck to the one point. Electron एक place पर नहीं मिलता. So where the electron finds, the probability of finding an electron is maximum in the region. That region is termed as our orbital. Clear हुआ? What is an orbital? So orbital is the three-dimensional space around the nucleus within which the probability of finding an electron is maximum, or we can say that up to 90%. So the orbit is the path of the electron where the electron moves, है ना. orbital उसका path है जहां पर हमारा electron moves होता है, circular path. But what is an orbital? Orbital is the space where the probability of finding an electron is maximum. And now we can say that ये जो concept of probability, it comes from where? ये concept of probability किसने दिया था, है ना. So just now we can say that our electron probability is maximum in this area, and this region where the probability of finding an electron is maximum up to 90%, we can say that is known as orbital. So what is orbit? Orbit is the path of the electron. And orbital क्या है बेटा? ये हमारे इलेक्ट्रॉन का घर है जहां पे इलेक्ट्रॉन को फाइंड करने के चांसेस सबसे ज्यादा होते हैं ना. So orbital is the space where the probability of finding an electron is maximum. So now to explain the concept of orbital, we see the two main branches which explains the properties of the matter, that is our classical mechanics and the quantum mechanics. So students, when you are hearing the word classical mechanics, so what does it explains? It is based upon the Newton's law of motion, and our classical mechanics explain the motions of all the big macroscopic particles. As you all know that na, Newton's law, first law में apple फेंकता है वो and it comes down. तो हमारे दिमाग में तो ना Newton's, when we are talking about the Newton's law of motion and all, when the anything goes up it will come down. तो जो भी हमारे मैक्रोस्कोपिक पार्टिकल्स की प्रॉपर्टीज हम एक्सप्लेन करते थे, दैट आर ऑल बेस्ड अपॉन द कंसेप्ट ऑफ द क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स. एंड but the classical mechanics does not consider the Heisenberg uncertainty principle and the de Broglie dual nature of the matter. So this concept totally failed to explain the properties of our microscopic particles like our electron, atoms and the molecule. When we seen that our Newton's laws of motion or the classical mechanics does not explain the properties of the microscopic particles like our atoms, molecules, so there is a need of some new concept, and that concept came into existence as the quantum mechanics, which were developed by the Erwin Schrödinger in 1926. And they explains the properties of our microscopic particles like our electron, our atoms and the molecules very nicely. So we just say that quantum mechanics helps to explain the concept of our every microscopic particles, properties of the microscopic particles. Now they have considered the electrons as a wave, and so we can say that the electron is considered as a wave and it has a wave function that is represented by the psi. We can say that this psi does not have any physical significance, but when we do its square, it comes to be known as the probability of finding an electron. So psi square is the probability of finding an electron. So now just we can say that the Schrödinger, to explain the wave motion of an electron, had given a equation that is known as our Schrödinger wave equation, with the help of which we can calculate the energy and the value of the wave function psi. This equation is as del square psi upon del x square plus del square psi upon del y square plus del square psi upon del z square plus 8 pi square m upon h square e minus v psi equals to 0, where psi is the amplitude of the wave, E is the energy of the electron, x, y, z are the coordinates of the electrons, v is the potential energy and h is a Planck's constant. So we already know that with the emergence of this new concept, wave mechanics or the quantum mechanics, our Bohr model of an atom suffered a serious setback. And so the principles of the bonding are totally based upon the modern concept. According to our modern concept, the model of an atom is considered, the electron considered to be very free, and it will move in the entire volume around the nucleus. And we can just say that when the electron is moving back and forth, it will just form an electron cloud. And this electron cloud, we can say that we can define the electron cloud as the region of the space around the nucleus which describes the probability of finding an electron of given energy in the terms of dots is called as electron clouds. And the students, here we have taken the electron cloud for the hydrogen atom, and if we will just make a boundary for the maximum probability area, it will appear like this. So this is the region of the maximum probable density, and we have defined this probability of finding an electron with the help of the symbol psi square. And we can define psi square at any point gives the probability of finding the electron at the point, and that is the electron density at particular point. Means psi square kya dega? As we consider the electron as a wave, है ना, where psi is the amplitude of the wave, so this psi square will give the electron density, means it will give the probability of finding an electron, since the region around the nucleus which represents the electron density at different points is called an orbital. That's why the wave function for an electron in an atom is called orbital wave function or the atomic orbital. In simple words, we can say that what is an orbital? So orbital is the space around the nucleus where the probability of finding an electron is maximum. Now I hope the concept of orbit and orbital is clear. What was orbit? Orbit is the path of the electron and orbital is a space around the nucleus where the probability of finding an electron is maximum. Now students, let us see the difference between the orbit and the orbital. So what is an orbit? The main difference between the orbit and orbital can be defined as the orbit is a well-defined circular path around the nucleus in which the electron revolves. So students, what is an orbit? It is the circular path around the nucleus where the electron will revolve. And what is orbital? Orbital is the three-dimensional space around the nucleus within which the probability of finding an electron is maximum. That is, we can say that up to 90%. So what is an orbital? Orbital is the space around the nucleus in the three-dimensional path where the electrons probability is 90%, means 10% uncertainty is still there, means electron is orbit के बाहर भी जा सकता है ना, because it is always in the motion. Next point, it represents the planar motion of the electron around the nucleus and it represents the three-dimensional motion of an electron around the nucleus. So in the orbit, the electron will represent the planar motion and in the orbital, it will represent the three-dimensional motion of an electron. Then all orbits are circular and disc shape. Already we have seen all the orbits are our circular and the disc shape, and whereas the orbitals have the different shapes. We will talk them separately. The orbitals means there are S-type orbitals P and D. So this will have spherical shape, dumbbell shape and the double dumbbell shape, etc. They do not have any directional characteristics, as they are the circular in the disc like, so they do not have any directional characteristics. And on the other hand, all the orbitals except S orbitals have the directional characteristics. When we will talk about the P and D, there will be Px, Py, Pz and D may be आपके direction होंगे dx square minus y square and so on. But S is spherical in shape, so they will not have the directional characteristics. Then the maximum number of electrons in an orbit is given by 2n square, where n is the number of orbit. For example, if it is our first orbit, so what is the number of n in the first orbit? N is equals to 1. So maximum number कितना आ सकता है इसमें? N is equals to 1. It will be 2n square equals to what? It's only 2 electrons can come in the first orbit. So the number of orbits will be our 2n square, whereas the maximum number of an electron in an orbital is 2. For example, we are writing now 1s2. So 1s2. So in an orbital, how many electrons can I accommodate? 2 only na. So 1s orbital है, उसमें कितने electrons आएंगे हमारे? 2. Not more than 2 electrons can come. Then the concept of orbit is not in accordance with the wave character of electrons and the uncertainty principle. As we have already discussed, they do not consider the wave character of electrons and the uncertainty principle. But our concept of orbital, we explain the concept of orbital with the wave character of electron, which is given by our Erwin Schrödinger in 1926. Wave mechanical concept we are considering to explain the orbital totally, and they also consider the uncertainty principle. So these are the main difference between the orbit and orbital. Hope you all like this video. Please share with your friends and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.